So this story was not planned for me to discuss, but I do think it's important to talk about it. I'm going to go live about this on Wednesday. So this is going to be a news article I'm going to read from this. Let's get into it. Hey, you guys, it's your girl. I'm back. So yesterday, while I was literally doing something that was very, 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 very unique, I was going on OpenStax, which is an app that I discovered yesterday evening, which was about, if you want to review courses online, like, intros in college, whether it's geometry, math, like calculus, statistics, algebra, as well as social sciences. They're pretty much all intro classes. I was, interested in it, intrigued. So while I'm basically trying to switch over to the Google Chrome app, so to make it work better, this popped up on my timeline. And this is a story about the greatest sprinter, track and field star, in my opinion, whoever ever ran the race. And that is the American Florence Griffith Joyner, who we all call Flo-Jo. Now, I remember her. I lived this era. I remember Seoul 1988. I watched her break this record, and she did it fairly. Okay? I want to make that clear. What they've been trying to accuse her of doing, she never did. She tested negative for all drug performance enhancement drugs, okay? However, since 2021, there are people who have been going around trying to challenge this. And there's a man by the name of Garth Gayle. That's an ugly name as well. So this man basically wants Elaine Thompson-Herah to basically overtake not just Florence Griffith's record, but he wants her record to be null and void. So I'm going to read it. You can't change history. Gwen Torrance, who raced against Florence Griffith Joyner, says her 100-meter world record should stand. A Jamaican official wants the world record to go to Elaine Thompson-Herah because of controversy over the 1988 mark. Torrance says the record could fall on its own given the right conditions. A Jamaican official contends Florence Griffith Joyner's legendary 100-meter dash world record should be gone with the wind, which officially did not blow at all according to the official equipment reading during that iconic race 34 years ago. Garth Gayle, president of the Jamaica Athletics Administration Association, wants Griffith Joyner's time of 10.49 seconds during the 1988 U.S. Olympic trials to be nullified and the world record assigned to Elaine Thompson-Herah, who ran 10.54 seconds last August. Gwen Torrance, a contemporary of the sprinter known as Flo-Jo, thinks that's a lot of hot air. You can't change history, Torrance told Around the Rings. The fact that it was zero win reading is questionable, but you can't erase history no matter how you put it. And Torrance, who won 3 Olympic gold medals, a silver and bronze, was the world's 100-meter champion in 1995, added even more bluntly, you can't give away a world record. However, Gayle said he is prepared to lobby on Thompson-Herah's behalf. He told the Jamaica Observer Thompson-Herah's mark was done in the highest of international competition, and by such, there is a bona fide argument that her efforts are worthy of admission. All the technical areas were covered, such as wind reading, and the authenticity of the track is not in question. World Athletics President Sebastian Coe is not inclined to revise the record book. We may all have our own views about the era in which some of these records were set, he said, but I think legally And with structures like the Court of Arbitration for Sports, where things get challenged, it is not an easy territory. But let us just celebrate those extraordinary performances that are beginning to get quite close to some of these records that we're thinking about. Griffith Joyner died suddenly in her sleep in 1998 due to suffocation caused by epileptic seizure. The stylish sprinter has been the subject of speculation ever since she set her world record in the 100 and the 200, which was 21.34 seconds, which also still stands. And a Hollywood biopic starring Tiffany Haddish is in the works. Griffith Joyner never tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. She retired just as random out of competition. Testing was adopted in 1989. Her rise to prominence was unexpected. After winning the silver medal in the 200 meters at the Los Angeles 1984 Olympic Games, Griffith Joyner stepped back from the sport before resuming serious training. In 1987, Griffith Joyner posted a personal best time in the 100 of 10.96 seconds. It also should be noted with the WinGog reading of 0.0 meters per second in Cologne, Germany. She opened the 1988 season with times of 10.89 and 10.99 seconds. Then Griffith Joyner took the U.S. Olympic trials in Indianapolis by storm in the first of 4 rounds on July 16, 1988. She clocked 10.60 seconds with a tailwind of 3.2 meters per second, well above the allowable limit of 2 miles per hour. Later that day in the quarterfinals, Griffith Joyner obliterated Evelyn Ashford's world record of 10.76, with Diane Williams running a personal best of 10.86 seconds per second. Now, Diane Williams, she comes from New York. I want to make that known. She's from Queens. The WinGog read 0.0 seconds. Some people think there must have been a crosswind. Others say an official was standing too close to the GOG for it to register properly. Sheila Eccles won the second quarterfinal, also with a 0.0 win, with a time of 10.83 seconds. Earlier that day, Eccles won her heat in the same time, 10.83, with a tailwind of 3.9 miles per second. Torrance won a quarterfinal of number 3 in a time of 10.78 with a massive tailspin of 5 MPS. That was the fastest time in the trials by any female sprinter other than Griffith Joyner. Damn, this is long. Okay. So I'm going to post this article because I'm going to talk about this a lot more. And I'm probably going to write a lot of this. I'm going to write a lot of this down. So when I go live about this topic on Wednesday, you'll understand my drift. Here is the issue at hand. Jamaica wants to beat Flo-Jo's record. And they've had a gripe at this. They hate Flo-Jo. When I mean they hate her, they hate her. Because they've been, since the 80s, they've been having plans to basically break world records. But they can't do it. They can't. You cannot believe. Here's the problem I have with this. The reason why I'm saying they can't break it, y'all don't have the right spirit to do so. Sports is competitive. In sports, you're supposed to basically do it for the love of the game. But you're not supposed to do it in attack mode because you got an issue with a certain person or a certain group of people. This thing between Jamaica and the U.S. when it comes to track, only track and field, not swimming, not gymnastics, not what else? Not ice skating. I'm just throwing it out. Not basketball, not any other sport but track. Not even the high jump, not even the jalopy. It's only running, only track and field. America got everything on lock. We got it all on lock when it comes to the Winter Olympics and the Summer Olympics, okay? Run down how many Americans, particularly Black Americans from the U.S., got the gold in every sport. Compare the amount of gold medals from Jamaica to the U.S. I'm going to look it up right now. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. When you compare them, as far as they have 87 medals in Olympics, but in the Olympics, their medals are mostly, it's mostly in their list of medals. It's not a lot. It's only 26 in gold. That's not a lot. And they don't medal at all in the Winter Olympics. And they only medal in track and field. They have more silver than gold. Okay? Yeah. They only have more silver than gold. Yeah. Now let me go to America. Let's go to 1998. Grace Jackson. Okay? She got the silver. Then you have also in the men's, Howard Davis, Devin Morris, Winthrop Graham, and Burt Cameron. But let's go to Grace Jackson, because this is the woman who basically was the one who ran against the greatest of all time, Flo-Jo. Okay? Now, she won that silver medal in the 200 meters behind Florence Griffin Joyner's still standing world record of 21.34. She ran a second of 21.72 seconds. And that 1 second short of the pre-Olympic world record that Griffin Joyner broke. Now, she finished ahead of the people, but she didn't get the gold. Okay? They, as far as the country Jamaica, of course they're going to want her to win the gold medal. They're going to want to. But what they did was, instead of just, accepting the gold, the silver, what they did as a sports federation, particularly with track, they attacked Flo-Jo. That stress put a lot on her body because they were attacking her. I remember when the Jamaican government officials involved in sports were accusing her of steroids. They were the ones that started that. That wasn't started by nobody but them. They tried to do the same thing with another great, Carl Lewis. Carl Lewis tested negative. But guess who tested positive? And I'm going to speak on him. Definitely. I can't think of his name. I know his name. His first name is Michael, from Canada. And I'm going to show clips, and I'm going to post clips of all of this and give a full breakdown, because I'm really sick of it, because I'm going to tell you what the real beef is. The real issue here is that Jamaica is trying to erase the historical achievements of Foundational Black Americans / ADOS. Okay, whether you go by ADOS and whether you go by Foundational Black American, they want to take that record. But here's the thing. America better wise up to this, because this is something that me and my family said. When I saw Elaine Thompson-Herah run, I noticed that the lady Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, she didn't celebrate that. And I believe that it's because they know secretly that Elaine is on steroids. She's the one that's doing performance enhancement drugs, because I saw her run. Look at how Flo-Jo runs in 84 and 88. Look at how Elaine Thompson-Herah runs. She does not run like the speed of a woman. She is another Marion Jones. And the shit is going to come out, and it's going to be embarrassing. And if I was Garth Gayle, I would shut up mind my business and just take the laurels and achievements that Elaine Thompson-Herah has, because it's not even Elaine Thompson that's trying to get that record. It's the Sports Federation in Jamaica. That man and some of his cronies are trying to do that. And what you're going to end up doing, you're going to end up making her look bad. And you're going to end up making the whole of the nation, when it comes to the Olympics, look bad and have a dirty mark on it. And that's grimy, and that's not right. I'm looking at all the history with the medals, okay? And yes, it is true. Jamaica has been medaling in the Olympics going back to 1948. That is true. I want to make that clear. I've known about this for a very, very, very long time, okay? But they're not the best when it comes to it like the U.S. They're good, but they're not the best. And I want to make a comment about the iconic Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt is good, but what made him be able to win, he had very long legs, not just height. He had very long legs. So he was going to win because of those legs. When you're tall and you run, and I've seen this when I competed in track and field when I was a kid, the tall people with long legs will, and plus with stamina, always finish faster. Us with the, short little legs, and, it would be like, it would take us a little bit longer. I always medaled silver. Sometimes bronze, but mostly silver, I would medal. So when it comes to track and field, I talk about this because I participated in competitions. I was 6, 7, and 8 years old. Once I developed in puberty, I couldn't do it longer because I was basically developing like pains under my arms because my titties were growing. Yeah. So I hated when I couldn't do it anymore. But what I'm saying is they're good, but they're not the best at it like the U.S. And that's the thing. But this competition they have it towards Black foundational Americans. They don't have the smoke for the white ones. White Americans participate in track and field too. Latinos participate in track and field. You have Brazil. You have Trinidad. You have Grenada. Grenada is good in track. They're very good. Now, Barbados, I'm not sure. I know they compete, but I don't know if they really medaled. But they only have the smoke for the U.S. And it's Jamaica. It's Jamaica that has it. And it's like you've been trying to beat this record because you wanted that young lady to win. And it didn't happen. And you started creating this myth that, Jamaicans always been fast. Jamaicans always been beaten in the Olympics. I just read off to you that they've only gotten maybe 56 medals. 26 of them are gold, but most of their medals are silver. Most of their medals are silver. There's nothing wrong with it. But the thing is, why are you competing against us when we're just competing with the world just like everybody else? It's not our fault that we the baddest at what we the baddest in terms of being great at what we do. We just have natural stamina like that. And a lot of it has to do with us growing up in either country and in the inner cities. And Flo-Jo's running ability, I'm going to tell you what it has a lot to do with. Living in the inner city of Los Angeles, California in the 1970s, growing up, dealing with racist law enforcement, running away to make sure you don't have to deal with them, you would run fast. My cousins who are from California, they run. They used to compete. I have cousins in California who run fast. And they run fast because they are trying to get away, not just from cops, but also gangs. Let's keep it real. Whereas in New York, it's like you run like in track, but you're not in New York. We don't run as fast like that, which is why our sprinters aren't as fast as those out in Cali and in the South. Them girls are good, and it is what it is, and just accept it. But my thing is, what you're not going to do is pick on somebody who's not here to defend themselves. Flo-Jo passed away almost 24 years ago, and y'all been attacking her since she's been gone. But had y'all been doing this when she was alive, not only would she have checked y'all, she would have stepped to y'all. Okay, with all her beautifulness and glory and long nails. Okay, you will never beat her record. Her record is untouched. Deal with it. People have tried to do so and they failed to. And now you want to just like rip it off because you don't think and make it null and void like it never existed. Homeboy, do you know the hate you will get? Do you know the hate you will get for that? Touching that? He don't know. This man don't know what he's stepping into. And I think people in the Olympics committee, y'all need to talk to this man. This Garth Gayle man with a female last name, y'all need to check him. Y'all need to check him because what he's doing is underhanded and he's coming at us. And I take this personal because he's attacking FBA and he's attacking ADOS. Okay, because I'm going to tell you something. If she was white, he wouldn't be doing this. If she was from any other place, he wouldn't be doing this. But you coming at my people. And you've been doing this. You've been trying to do this. You tried to do this with Carl Lewis back in 88 when Carl Lewis smoked that cat from Canada. He was from Jamaica. Had a hate for him. Come and find out he was doing steroids. And wouldn't even shake his hand. Wouldn't even thank him. And Carl Lewis said, nope, you gonna shake my hand. I'm gonna congratulate you. Even though I know you cheated, but you gonna look at me and shake my hand. He wouldn't even do that. And the next day, it came out that he had been juicing for 2 years. And I'm gonna post a link to that because there is a documentary on that. I won't be able to show that, but I'm gonna post a link on that. Because they've been, just like the law that they created hip hop. They've been fucking with us. I'm sorry to say it. And I have a lot of Jamaican friends. I'm going to say this. Nothing against y'all. But these people in this country, they've been fucking with us Foundational Black Americans, trying to topple us over, trying to take away our achievements and add it to theirs. And that's exactly what that Garth Gayle man is doing. And I know a lot of people aren't talking about it because people don't know it. But I'm posting this and I'm letting it be known. We got to stand up for the legacy of Flo-Jo. We can't let this go down. We can't let this go down at all. I'm just looking for one more thing, and this is the not the winners. I'm just looking up the amount of U.S. gold medals that we have. We got 333 gold medals to Jamaica's 26. Okay? We got 333. 333. We have 333 gold medals. But y'all the best at what y'all do. You better at us. The country Jamaica is better at track and field than we are. Let me count this. I'm going to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. It's so much I can't count. 1, 2. I can't even count it. That's how much it is. I can't count it. But I'm going to share it. On Wednesday, I'm sharing it because enough of this shit is enough. I'm sick of it. Oh, and by the way, just to say it, we even got the winter games on lock. Y'all haven't medaled at all in the winter games. Okay? And please don't tell me because it don't snow, because y'all have your own bobsled team. So we're not going to go there with that. And I know that this is going to be a controversial post. It is what it is. And let me tell you something. I welcome it to it. Because you know me, Miss Analytical, don't care. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm a defender of my people. I'm a defender of my tribe as well. I'm not going to allow somebody to lie. I'm not going to allow somebody to take away something that they worked hard for. because you want to put one of your own people in there. Who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? But we ain't going to let it rock. And we definitely going to not let it happen. And we definitely going to stand up for Flo-Jo, the greatest of all time. And with that being said, it's your girl. I'm signing off. I know this was long-winded, but I had to do what I had to do. It would have been much longer, but I had to edit it. But Wednesday, I am going live on this topic. It's probably going to be 2 hours. And I know a lot of people are going to come in and say a lot of BS and nonsense. But you know me, I can handle it. Take care. Share, comment, subscribe, like. And hit the Cash App. It's Bella Champagne 15. $ Bella Champagne 15. Also, the B and the C is capitalized. Thank you for tuning in. I will talk to you later. Take care. Peace out. Bye.